Alright, this might be it. I need 11. I need 11 MMR. It's 15-15. Please. Oh, it's a plus off. Dude. Dude, oh my. Grand champ. I did it. See if I can. Oh my god, dude, that was so clean. Oh my. Oh my. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Icepick, and as you just saw a few seconds ago, I finally did it. I finally hit Grand Champ, something I've not been able to do since Season 3, which to a lot of the community doesn't even really count. I mean, let's be honest, you pretty much just get cyberbullied if you use that tag, the Season 3 Grand Champ tag. But anyways, it has been a really gradual process. I spent most of Season 7 struggling to get into C2, most of Season 8 struggling to get into C3, and now in Season 9, I finally managed to push into Grand Champ. And it was actually a really weird process for me because I got to 1498 MMR, which if you don't know is like 2 or 3 games from Grand Champ. It's C3 Div 4, like really close. And then over the course of around 2 days or so, I dropped down to 1392, which is C2, Champ 2, Div 4. And it wasn't like I was tilted or losing every game. I was having close games, winning and losing, but just overall losing more than winning. But then something really weird happened, and I am not even exaggerating. For 2 hours straight, I did not lose a single game. I was starting to feel untouchable. Like, I just locked in. My mechanics were on point. I wasn't messing up much, and I was just playing really solid. I started feeling so confident, and finally, near the end of those 2 hours, I hit Grand Champ. I actually started shaking. Like, I won't even lie. When I saw that Grand Champ promotion, I was having a moment. I was messaging my friends. One of my friends told me I should take a break before going into my 10 wins for the rewards, but I was just like, why stop now? I am literally unbeatable right now. Like, Psyonix must have hardwired in some code that just puts my car in autopilot. I'm not even actually playing. My controller's unplugged. And then, of course, I lost my first game in Grand Champ, which ended my win streak, of course. But from there, I went on to actually perform really well again. Like, even though it was a little bit tough, I wasn't just winning every game anymore, but I was still winning and losing, so I was slowly making up my 10 games. And I gradually made it up to my peak to this day, which is 1566 MMR, which is like, Grand Champ is at 1515, so like 5 or 6, 7 games into Grand Champ. But basically, the whole point of this whole summary of my trip to Grand Champ was to lead me on to the one thing I was focusing on, like really in particular during my 2-hour win streak, which is demos. You guys saw in that intro clip that guy was like, Jesus, you guys play style. And by that point, I was at 1555, like right near the peak of my Grand Champ run, which is probably why he said that, because by that point, I was playing Rocket League almost like a team deathmatch and seeing how far it could take me. Like, I was being a bit extra with the demos, if I'm being honest, but that's what I want this video to be about. Like, when is and when is not a good time to go for that ever so hated demo. So first of all, I want to just lay out like a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not saying that demos alone will get you to Grand Champ. You have to be solid mechanically and just in rotations and all around. However, if you are close to say Champ 2 or Champ 3 and you play solid, it might. The higher rank you are in Rocket League, the more your teammate will be able to see and capitalize on your demo or bump play. Whereas in lower ranks, it might be a little bit less consistent as far as effectiveness, just because teammates may be less aware of the incoming demo or just the ability to score off of it.
They went to the park and tried to play random people with. Nice job. Wow. You should clip that for your video.
Also, going for bumps and demos can be very risky. Sometimes they are not very consistent. I mean, I'm not a physics genius by any means, but in this clip, I feel like I should have been demoed by this guy coming up behind me. And then I should have knocked the defender here out of the way after escaping said demo. Like, it looks like there's contact both from the person coming behind me. I should have been demoed, and then it looks like I got a solid hit here that should have knocked the defender out. So just make sure you get really good at hitting your target if you are going to be going for a lot of bumps and demos, because sometimes it is a really clunky mechanic that doesn't always work out the way you think it will. Alright, so I would say that the most common time to go for a demo in my experience is on your rotation out. You can see in these plays that I'm running now, I'm doing my cycle in the rotation and then quickly going for a bump or demo on the way around and out, rather than just going for it on the way in. This sort of maximizes your efficiency because not only are you rotating out and heading towards boost, but you're posing a threat towards the other team to make them worry about and need to dodge you, whether you hit them or not. And if you do hit them, then it usually puts your teammate in a really good position with more time to either get a hard shot or go for a dribble play. This is something that I was doing just about every game on my way up, and I basically just incorporated demo and bump attempts into my rotation whenever possible. Sometimes it's not a good idea in certain circumstances, but that's really up to you for your own judgment if sometimes you need to just beeline it back when you don't have time to go for a demo. This strategy is really common, I think, especially the higher the rank you get. You can see here it's sort of used against me. I'm forced to give away possession here when Seth follows up his cycle in rotation with this bump. If he had just rotated straight away, I could have taken a lot more time to get the corner boost and retain possession, but because he pressured me, I was forced to lose possession and his teammate was able to follow up. Alright, so the other time I've really been going for bumps and demos other than on rotations out is when you can see that your teammate is about to gain possession and one of your opponents is out of position, maybe low on boost after going for a ceiling shot or something like that, and you're now in a 2v1. I couldn't find a ton of replays for this. I know I've saved them, but I forgot to name them, so I was going through replays for so long. But I do have a few, and I think you all know what I'm talking about anyways. But what's really important about these plays is that if you're the person with the ball dribbling behind your teammate who's going for the demo, that you go in as straight a line as possible. Just roll the ball behind your teammate. If you stray too far to the side or try to get fancy or go for a flick, try to go up, the defender will likely be able to mirror you and dodge your teammate by going wide, or if you flicked or something, then just by aerialing up to block it, which makes your teammate's job of demoing him significantly more difficult. That is going to wrap up this video though, guys. I hope you maybe learned something or at the very least enjoyed watching. Just remember that demos are a great way to apply pressure. Even if you don't necessarily get the demo, you can make the other team simply react to you. Just don't be too aggressive with it because they are sort of high risk, high reward, and you can get yourself scored on if you put yourself too far out of position. But anyways, though guys, thank you for watching and have a good one.